A second time for Trump history in the making, Donald Trump is back. The 45th president, now the 47th, returned to Washington for a historic second inauguration. This isn't business as usual, folks, it's a comeback story for the ages. After the chaos of January 6, 2021, few could have predicted this moment. Trump's return signifies a seismic shift in American politics. Trump's first term was a wild ride. We had tweets, tariffs, and a whole lot of drama, but through it all, Trump remained a captivating figure. He tapped into something deep within the American psyche. His supporters love him. His detractors, well, they really don't. This inauguration is different. It's not just about starting a presidency, it's about reclaiming a legacy. Trump wants to prove that he's not just a blip in history, he's here to stay. Buckle up, America, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Mother Nature had other plans for Trump's big day. Freezing temperatures swept across Washington, forcing the inauguration indoors. Instead of the traditional Capitol steps, the ceremony took place in the Capitol Rotunda. It was the first time since Ronald Reagan's second inauguration in 1985. Some might see this as a downer, not me. The Rotunda is way more intimate. It's like we're all huddled around a roaring fireplace listening to Grandpa tell stories. Except, instead of Grandpa, it's Trump. And instead of stories, it's policy pronouncements and maybe a few jokes. Trump's inauguration day was jam-packed. It started with a prayer service at St. John's Episcopal Church. You know, the one Trump famously held a Bible in front of after tear-gassing peaceful protesters. After that, it was tea time at the White House with the outgoing president and first lady. Can you imagine that conversation? Then came the main event, the swearing-in ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda. Trump delivered a speech that was, shall we say, on brand. More on that later. After the ceremony, the traditional parade down Pennsylvania Avenue was moved indoors. Safety first. Trump greeted supporters in a climate-controlled environment, but the day wasn't over yet. Trump participated in a signing ceremony at the White House, presumably signing some executive orders. And finally, the night culminated in 3 lavish inaugural balls. Because nothing says celebration of democracy like expensive champagne and awkward dancing. Of course, not everyone was celebrating Trump's return. Protests and vigils popped up across Washington. People voiced their concerns about everything from abortion rights to immigration to the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. The Women's March, a hallmark of Trump's first inauguration, returned with a new name, the People's March. The mood was different this time around. The energy felt more focused, more determined. People weren't just angry, they were organized. They were ready to hold Trump accountable for every tweet, every policy, every word. Section 5. TikTok and deportations, early policy signals. Trump wasted no time in signaling his priorities for his second term. He hinted at extending TikTok's lease on life in the US. Remember when he wanted to ban the app? Now it seems he's open to letting it stick around. What changed? Maybe he's finally figured out how to use the dancing filters. But don't let that fool you into thinking Trump's gone soft. He also made it clear that deportations are high on his agenda. He's focusing on migrants with criminal records, starting with a group in Chicago. It's a move that's sure to please his base and infuriate his critics. Section 6. Unity and Strength, the message of Trump's speech. Trump's inauguration speech was a far cry from his first. Gone was the dark, apocalyptic rhetoric. This time, he struck a more optimistic tone. He spoke of unity and strength, of healing divisions and bringing the country together. He even mentioned fairness a few times. Now, I'm as surprised as you are. Could it be that Trump's mellowed out in his old age? Or is this just another performance, another attempt to manipulate the American people? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This was not the speech anyone was expecting. Section 7. Stars and Stripes, Celebrities at the Inauguration. No presidential inauguration is complete without a star-studded guest list, and Trump's was no exception. Country music stars like Carrie Underwood and Jason Aldean were there to serenade the crowd. Billy Ray Cyrus probably dusted off his achy-breaky heart jacket for the occasion. And of course, no Trump event would be complete without Kid Rock. But it wasn't just musicians. Actor Jon Voight, a longtime Trump supporter, was spotted in the crowd. Wrestler Hulk Hogan was also there, presumably to make sure no one jumped the barricade. And on the tech front, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and TikTok CEO Shou Chu were all in attendance. Because nothing says bipartisanship like a room full of billionaires. Section 8, A Divided Nation Watches, the Significance of the Day. Trump's second inauguration was a stark reminder of just how divided America remains. The country is split down the middle, with half the population cheering Trump on, and the other half shaking their heads in disbelief. This division is nothing new, of course. But it feels different now. It feels deeper, more entrenched. The stakes feel higher. Trump's return to power is a test for American democracy. Can a nation so divided possibly hope to govern itself? Can we find a way to bridge the chasm that separates us? These are the questions that hung in the air on that cold January day. Section 9, The Future of Trump's America, What Lies Ahead. So, what does the future hold for Trump's America? It's impossible to say for sure, but one thing's clear, we're in for a wild ride. Trump is a master of chaos. He thrives on unpredictability. He's already shown that he's willing to upend norms and defy expectations. Will he be able to unite the country? Doubtful. Will he be able to govern effectively? Time will tell. Will he be entertaining? Absolutely. So buckle up, America, the Trump show is back in town.